All right, today we're gonna do something totally different. We're gonna do chicken al pastor in the indoor smoker. Let's get into it. A lot of us have had tacos al pastor, which is normally pork based, but today we're gonna do chicken al pastor, which is, I don't know, sounds really interesting to me. We're gonna do the whole thing where we're gonna stack it on a pineapple and layer it, marinate. It's gonna be beautiful. We're gonna put it in the smoker and smoke it like we would any chicken. Step one, we're gonna make our marinade. That's a very important part. So we're gonna be using chicken thighs. We like the dark meat for this because it's fattier and just more flavorful. And so a key step in this is gonna make our marinade. We're gonna do that now, and then we're gonna refrigerate it for ideally up to 4 hours, or overnight if you can, before we get it in the smoker. I'm gonna start my marinade base with 3 guajillo peppers, and I've actually already toasted them just quickly in a skillet to kind of wake up the flavor, and now I'm gonna soak them for about 10 minutes. And my trick is I use hot water from the coffee pot out here, the coffee maker, but you can obviously boil water and just pour it over it for about 10 minutes. All right, you're gonna have to forgive my Spanish, but the next thing we're gonna do after the guajillos is we're gonna use some ACHIOTE powder paste. I got lucky enough, we already had this kind of on the racks here. You can get this in the international aisle of your grocery store, for those that don't know where to find it. And I'm gonna use 4 of these packs. This gives the marinade that really nice, deep red, bright red color. So we're gonna just dump a couple of these in. Kind of what I'm looking for is 2 tablespoons about, but in my opinion, I think we could probably go a little over on this. I think the chicken can take it. I don't know, somewhere between 2 and 3 tablespoons, I would say. I'm doing a terrible job at opening these packets for some reason. You'd think I never, look at that. You'd think I never opened a package before. That's pretty embarrassing. All right, let's keep it going here. So next up, we're gonna add 1½ teaspoons of cumin, ground cumin. Everybody should have that. I don't know, loosely measured. So this is a ½ teaspoon, so I'm gonna do 3 of these. Gives it that kind of, I don't know, that earthy, smoky flavor. You all know what cumin tastes like. All right, now we're gonna do 1 teaspoon of oregano. So again, this is a ½ teaspoon, so I'm gonna do 2 of these. It's loose, this is not like baking, not an exact science. And then 1/4 teaspoon of black pepper. Y'all know, that's more than 1/4, but. And now, let's see, salt, we're gonna do 1 1/4. I'm just gonna add some salt. 1 1/4 teaspoons. I like salt. Yeah, that's about right. Well, super accurate here. Okay, there's our kind of dry aromatics. Next up, I'm gonna add 3 cloves of garlic. And the easiest way I found is just kind of crack it. Flat side of your knife. Cut the back off. Let's do a whole hour video of me trying to peel garlic. I think that would be great. Oh my goodness. All right, this is ridiculous. Ah, got it. 3 cloves of garlic. Orange juice, we're gonna add some orange juice to this. And I'm gonna do ½ cup to a cup. I'm gonna do ½ cup. Kind of looking for a thick paste right now. I can thin it out, I can add more orange juice, no problem. And I'm gonna add a splash of apple cider vinegar. A little acidity, about that much. That'd be good. And then I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna throw a little onion in it. I don't know why, I just sort of want a little onion flavor. And so I think these guajillos are about ready now. They're kind of softened up. Gonna coarsely chop them and then throw them in here. We're gonna blend it anyway. So, all right, so I think we've got our basic marinade here ready to go. We're gonna blend it up and then we'll thin it out with a little more orange juice if we need to. Maybe touch it up if we have to. All right, so blend it up smooth. Make it as smooth as you can. It really looks great. Red, good smell. It's really good. I forgot a little part of pepper, so I'm impressed with myself. No, do not put that in there. So I got my marinade ready to go. Let's get our chicken thighs in this bowl and get them coated so they can start becoming delicious. So what I've got here is a couple of packs of boneless, skinless chicken thighs. And I think, again, like I said earlier, the dark meat is what you want to use. The flavor is just going to be amazing. And you know, it's got more fat than the chicken breast does, than the white meat, and it's the way to go. So we're going to go ahead and add this pack. So this was 8 boneless, skinless thighs. I'm gonna take my marinade. Oh man, look at that. Look at the color. It's exactly what I wanted. And there's actually more than enough here. Just want to get these coated well. We're gonna let them chill out for a few hours in the fridge while we gotta prep the rest. There's enough here. I'm gonna actually go ahead and add one more. I lied, I'm gonna add 2 more. I'm just gonna add them all. What the heck? So I got 8 boneless, skinless thighs in here. So we got 16 thighs in here. Probably won't use them all in this al pastor recipe, but I don't know, I might, we'll see. But I got good coverage here with that amount of marinade, so I'm pretty pleased with that. All right, let's get it in the fridge and let it hang out for a while. So I'm gonna let you in on a little secret. I'm no expert on al pastor, so I actually used AI to give me the recipe for this. I could scour the web looking for recipes here and there, and there's so many out there. I actually just used AI to give me the best recipe it could come up with for chicken al pastor, and that's where this marinade came from. And let me tell you what, that is a delicious marinade. So, thanks AI. All right, so my strategy for this is I'm gonna create a base for the al pastor out of the bottom of this pineapple. I'm not even gonna bother to peel that. And then I'm gonna do rings, because we're gonna layer pineapple between the chicken, and then I'm gonna do a cap. So I'm gonna go ahead and start to process this down. First thing, I'm gonna take that beautiful crown off of there, and I'm gonna go ahead and get my base. So I want that to be a couple inches thick. That looks pretty good to me. So what I'm looking for here is to create a platform, which we're gonna then skewer. I'll show you that process. And then we're gonna layer pineapple between. But next up, let me go ahead and take a little more off the top. I'm gonna go ahead and just sort of peel this. There are probably much more efficient ways to do this. I don't know what they are though. I think it's gonna be really cool to try this smoked. I think that's a good new twist. All right, so now I'm gonna do some kind of thin layers. All right, so last one, and then I'm gonna leave myself a big, kind of thick cap. It's just sort of an extra piece. We'll have that as a snack. I think that's pretty solid right there. So there's one pineapple, same deal. All right, so I've got my pineapples prepped and ready to go. I'm gonna do a few rings of onion. My plan is to put some rings of onion in between the layers as well. I think that's a good idea. We're gonna find out if it's a good idea. You know, I'm kind of learning with you all here a little bit and try not to cry. Our chicken is just about finished marinating, so we're gonna go start the smoker and then put it all together. Here's my strategy on the smoke. I'm gonna just use the chicken setting, and I am gonna try to put a probe into the meat, but I don't know, we'll see how that plays out. I'm gonna cook at 275. I like doing chicken at 275 in this smoker. It just seems to really work well. This is dark meat, so you wanna take it higher. 175, even all the way up to 190 is fine. It's fatty, you can take it, it's forgiving. Smoke level 5, I'm gonna go all in on the smoke. So let's go ahead and actually get it started. I have topped off the pellets. What I'm doing here again, Kona cherry blend. I'm looking for kind of a sweet, subtle, smoky flavor on the al pastor chicken. So I think that's gonna work well for me. I really love cherry. And then of course, don't forget to add water to your tray. You all know this by now, for sure. All right, so now for the part we've been waiting for. This is where it really gets exciting. We're gonna put together our tower of al pastor, chicken al pastor. We'll get out of the fridge. Marinated chicken, nice long marinade on that. Now we're gonna get our pineapples and skewers. I haven't talked about skewers yet, so this is gonna be the part that holds it all together. So these are about, what, maybe 6 to 8 inches. I actually clipped them down. These are just wooden skewers. And I've got plenty of those set aside here to build this up. Step one is we're gonna take our base. And I'm doing two. I'm gonna do 2 stacks on the same rack. I'm gonna do 1 rack in the smoker. So I'm gonna kinda start building my platform here. And these 2 pineapples will fit perfectly on a single rack. And so there we go. We've got our base. We're gonna now stab these skewers into the pineapple. Let's see, you know what? I probably only honestly need 1 per. I'm gonna start there. I've seen some people do like 4, 5. I don't think that's necessary. I'm gonna just start with 1 because I'm gonna skewer this thing pretty solidly. So, and what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna now start layering chicken, marinated chicken, with that awesome al pastor marinade that we made. I'm gonna layer that chicken with pineapple, and I'm gonna put a piece of onion on each layer. So let's go ahead and just get started. And I'm trying to keep all that juice actually on the chicken. I want as much of it in as possible. There we go. And we've got 16 of these chicken thighs to work with here. So I'm gonna kinda, as I'm going, I'm gonna kinda spin them so I get full coverage here. I'm just gonna do, actually I'm gonna put 2 down, and then I'll do a layer of pineapple. So that way I got a full full circle of chicken. All right, and I'm gonna put a layer of pineapple right on top of that. Oh man, this is gonna be so good. And I'll just sort of put, I don't know, a ring of onion down. I don't know if that's gonna do much. I feel like it might. Actually, I'll do 2 rings in each one. All right, more chicken. Keep that marinade on the chicken. Use as much of it as possible, because it is delicious. And if these get too tall, I'll just keep the chicken and I'll smoke it separately on its own. No big deal, but I'm gonna try to use all of it. All right, so that leaves me with, I've got 4 in there, so I used 12 pieces of chicken. I'm gonna stop there. I don't wanna have this thing so tall that they're kind of top heavy. So what I'll do is, rather than these big fat caps, which I had planned to put on top, I'm gonna just put a couple more onion rings on top of each one. And then I'm gonna start with 1 pineapple on each. Oh, pineapple down. Sorry, I got plenty. Okay, and I'll just stack, I don't know, I'll stack 2 pineapples on each top. And the theory behind this, I believe, is that as these pineapples cook, the juice will just kind of flow out, and they'll marinate the chicken in that nice citrus flavor. And I just think these are gonna be great. Okay, I think we are ready. I'm gonna put these on a rack, and we're gonna take them out and get them in the smoker. Okay, I forgot to put the probe in, so let's do that now. Again, this is gonna be a little hard. I want the probe to actually end in the chicken, so I'm gonna kind of go in from the top, and I'm trying to get it, I don't know. We'll use it as a guideline, and we'll spot check as well, but that's what I'm gonna do for now. So again, we're gonna take it to 175 internal, and I think that's gonna be great for this dark meat. Let's get these things in. All right, we are preheated, probed up, and now the delicate balancing act. So I'm gonna put them in the lowest rack position. Look at that, just like a glove. Let's see how we're doing. We're about the, I don't know, the 1 hour and kind of 40-minute mark. We're gonna rotate this rack. Oh man, it's actually looking really good. Carefully. This is a fun balancing act right here. Whatever you do, don't drop it. That is my advice. And of course, you know me, I'm gonna hit that with some cooking spray. I love to do that on poultry. This keeps things crisp and juicy. Oh yeah. All right, we're about 3 hours in. Let's see how we're looking here. Oh my goodness, it's looking gorgeous. Oh boy. All right, now I'm gonna do a little trick I saw on the internet. Let's take some of this rendered fat here and just sort of baste it. You know what, I think a spoon will work better. Let me grab a spoon. All right, we continue. So we're getting close to the end of the day. It's a little after 4 o'clock. I'm gonna bump up this 275. Oh, didn't mean to do that. I'm gonna bump it up to 300. We're gonna cruise on home so we can eat before we leave. So we'll be back. Okay, here we are. We are right about 6 hours in. So this took longer than I expected. So plan on, you know, maybe 6 hours if you follow this recipe, maybe 6 to 7. So we bumped up the temperature and we're kind of keeping warm here. Let's see how we did though. I think we're gonna be really pleased with the results. It's tricky business. We are at the end of the day here, trying to take them up to that final temperature, and so my top pineapple's got a little dark. That doesn't matter. I'm gonna look under it. Sometimes we have to adapt to our situation. We do that all the time. So real deal, this is what we got. I think it looks amazing. Kind of shave off the side here. Oh, smells great. So quick lesson here, I probably should have gone ahead and peeled the bottom as well, because now I got a little bit of skin, but I don't really care. I'm gonna eat that, it looks great. There we go. Chicken al pastor in the indoor smoker. Give it a shot. I'm not even gonna do it again. It's so good. Spicy, smoky. The al pastor marinade is awesome. I mean, you gotta try that. And the pineapple adds a sweet flavor to the, you know, whatever, the al pastor flavor. Very good. First attempt at chicken al pastor in the indoor smoker, very good. So some modifications I would make. I would take the skin off of the bottom piece of the pineapple so I don't have to think about that when I go and carve it, and plan on a longer time. So instead of doing 275, 300 with this dark meat, I'd actually probably go 250 for maybe 6 to 8 hours. Plan on a nice long, low and slow cook. But I'm telling you, this is really good and it's relatively straightforward. So this was a great recipe. We love trying these. Keep the ideas coming. Go check out our other recipe videos that are out there, things we've tried. Keep those ideas coming and we will keep cooking them. Thanks a lot. We'll see you next time.